Hello all, this is Zimnala coming at you for another dungeon crawling adventure. We're picking up where we left off. Our lovely elf is working their way through Paladin. Our human is working their way through Warrior. They just got their extra swing. Our Dwarf Warrior is also leveling up through Warrior. They have gotten a little further. And our giant Oni is just about at the 87 item usage point for Warrior, and when they reach that point, I'm going to switch them back to Explorer for a while just to get some more movement into our group. But yeah, we should be golden with this plan. I plan on sticking with Paladin with this character until they reach their next swing as well, and then I'll probably switch back in and continue our way through Sorcerer just to keep getting those resists to be better. Where do we want to go? That's right, we had a quest to do down on floor 5 for our Oni. I just remembered. I wasn't entirely sure I'd remember, but we gotta go kill the Dwarf Lord. I think we can make that happen. Nice to see a Potion of Insight already. Now that we can identify it, I can actually see it rather than just seeing Potion. So we can be excited about it a little earlier than otherwise. Now, item identification is really dependent on your intelligence, wisdom, but more importantly, your guild level. So as we level up, we'll just have a better chance of seeing what's going on with our items as we get them in. Oh wow, our EXP requirements are so small. Okay, we are actually going to change up our group a little bit, because otherwise we'll be pinned in absolutely no time. It'll probably still happen. But I was hoping to survive clearing the mines without that actually happening. I think our paladin has no chance of not being pinned by it. I guess it's a quality problem.
Bye-bye. Cool.
Well, either way, we'll still get our quest done, that's for free. Dwarven Lord doesn't stand a single chance. There we go, quest complete.
Cool. Cool.
Okay, well, at least nobody's pinned yet. That was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Cool.
I mean, as long as everybody gets A level, I'm happy with whatever happens. So I'll probably continue in this group until somebody pins. I'm not really picky on who, just as long as it's someone. If someone else is close enough too, then we'll keep going.
Cool. Bye-bye. Cool. Cool. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Cool. Cool.
Alright, looks like our EXP is actually going up at a pretty relatively even rate. So, I guess that's good for pinning. So they tried to steal one of our items, but we got it back. Not that it was anything we needed, but that's still kind of cool that you can do that.
Cool.
That's right, we went the other way, so we can go this way now.
Cool. Bye-bye.
Oh wow, we cleared one of these bigger groups without actually getting hurt. We definitely are getting stronger. Oh good, an art of being.
Cool.
Oh, here's some stuff I haven't mapped. No, we definitely don't care to fight these. They're not worth the experience. So you're pinned before anyone else. Good for you. In the back of the line for you. I guess it's a quality problem, because that means that he'll be off of warrior in no time. Definitely not helping him out from being the highest level.
Cool.
We completely wrecked this guy, this team. That's so unfortunate for them. That was so tragic. Our poor little companion got chased away. Here we are killing our way above. So this is actually a way we can get out of the dungeon a little faster as well, because this leads all the way up to 5. If I'd never explained that. Now, I don't consider this a great place to level up, but I mean, you can get some tomes here, you can get some crystals of mysticism and healing items. They're definitely not bad. The greater utility is the ability to get back to town a little easier. So this is the way up to the next floor up. If we want to get to the very top, you go up these other ones. So we already got one of our magic tomes.
Cool.
The Librum of magical, of hidden places. I think that lets you see distant rocks. But yeah, you can like go here and you can walk through this wall and you're right out here. You can just take this thing up to here, and we are pretty much most of the way back to town now. That's a lot of what this game is just is a lot of rooting and like figuring out how you want to get up and down through the dungeon efficiently. Requinix takes the head from you and holds it up, looking into its lifeless eyes. He seemed so much interesting when he was alive. He laughs to himself and throws the head into the corner of the room where you suddenly notice he has a pet baby dragon tied up. The dragon grabs the head in midair and crushes it with one bite, sending chunks of flesh all over. Rekonix looks at you. Don't worry, he licks his plate when he's done. As you leave the room, Rekonix calls out, "Good work, keep it up." So, as you can see, Rekonix has a nice pet baby dragon. Now, when you reach 100, you don't see a lot more of them. You get a couple more required quests way down the road, and maybe Declan added more stuff in. But in the main game, you only got like a quest on the 100 levels after this. After you get to the 100 quest, so you won't have too many more of those to look forward to, as far as I remember. But maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Wants me to kill a slave masher. I think we can make that happen. I want to say there might have been a bounty for a sash of shades. So we get a giant badger for that. We get a cap of defense. Not too shabby. Nothing we absolutely needed, but still worth enjoying. That's right, we get a potion of insight.
Cool.
There we go. And we don't really need this badger. So she can still use some more wisdom, so it's going to go in this direction. Did we need agility with someone? Ah, the elf can use it. Fair enough. So that maxes out their agility and all of their stats. The dwarf is also maxed. Getting near maxed on the human as well. And finally, the only thing that will be left will be the Oni getting more wisdom and intelligence as well, and that'll cap off our stats at least until we get drained. So that'll be really good because then we won't have to really focus on stats. We can just sort of save up a surplus and then deal with it as we get drained. And if we play well, that won't happen too often. So I'm thinking we're gonna go down to 9 via the highway from 10 that I like. Now that's one of my favorite things about this game is that there's so many ways up and down through the dungeon that there's... If you watch 2 different people play, they'll all find a different way to get around. We don't need to fight those guys. Okay. Let's find another way through. More Gale Demons, they are pretty common. Looks like way more common than I would enjoy. I don't really enjoy having to deal with so much mind spells already. But I guess not that many enemies use it yet, so I can probably squeak by without adding that to the resist pile. We've already had to use our sorcerer leveling up enough for a little bit. Let's just deal with it as it is for a bit.
Cool.
There it is. I was looking for the treasure chest.
Cool.
Now what's great about that sojourn path that goes to 10 is that it just as easily goes down as back up to here. So when we want to go deeper, we'll already be at floor 10, so going down to like 13, 14, it's pretty easy.
Cool.
Yep, more Gale Demons.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Could switch things around a little bit. I just tend to move people around on whoever needs the most EXP at the time.
Cool.
I trust in our group to be okay. Oh, is there another low room? There is a lot more to this little corner area, but we're actually not ready to deal with all of the ants in it, so we are not going to fully explore it. And if I see fire ants, I tend to bail. Now when we get our fire resist up, then we can start considering it, because right now they will absolutely just murder us. We need to fight them, but if they want... Yeah, problematic. Maybe we just kill them. Yeah. See, they just do a lot of damage. It's not that we can't fight them. They're actually pretty good experience if you don't get shreked by them. Despite the damage and danger, I do kind of like that little corner. I like poking my nose in there and seeing how far I can get before it's a problem. I definitely consider the enemies in there to be a little bit harder by a few floors, but not in a way that's like particularly problematic. Like you just take a little bit more damage, you don't like lose stats or get beheaded or anything like that. Now that's a mechanic I haven't talked about. There are weapons and monsters that will kill you instantly on rare occasions. While stoning is an option, beheading is a second option. And stoning can be stopped with a resist. Beheading just happens. On a chance. So one thing that's really good about that amulet that we got is that it's not class restricted, which means that once you can wear it, you can just have like good regeneration early on any of your guilds. So like we're not gonna have to worry about healing him very much. And soon our other characters will have something similar going on. At 66 warrior. It doesn't like hold through the whole game, like enemies just do enough damage that you can't rely on that, but in the early and mid game like this, it's actually such a blessing. Lets you get away without having to heal constantly, lets you start using your spells for actual like fighting if you want to, or rebuffing yourself if you lose to an anti-magic chest, you know? It just makes cruising a little nicer while you're still leveling up your guilds. And kind of lets you get away with just leveling warrior for a while, to be honest. And then eventually you start having major problems once you get to the point where you're like, hey, I actually need resists or I'm going to just get murdered. Then you actually do have to go level up something to get them. I mean, they're still always kind of a problem, but you can mitigate a lot of it by just healing more. And avoiding the really dangerous monsters as you go. Like that right there knocked off our resists on that character. But fortunately, this is pretty near the end of our run, so we can just give her the basics. Which ones do we want? Fire is cheap. Stone is cheap. That's cheap. So just basically everything but acid and electricity were easy to recast.
Cool. Bye-bye. Cool.
Yeah, it's totally possible to like run past a mob like we just did, as long as you don't mind that they might get some free hits on you. So don't try it on anything that can actually do something more than damage to you, unless you are very confident in yourself. The front. Who has that? Yep. There we go. We've swapped around again. So now that we've cleared down this way, we're gonna go back and go up into 8 again. After clearing out this corner. It's good to see all the tomes of learning that we're getting. That'll really help with getting the last few stats we need. I mean, we are just killing a ton more monsters than we used to, so it's a pretty good likelihood to, but still, it's specifically helpful to us. These guys. They're not even dangerous, they're just not worth killing a lot of the time. You get no experience from it. You get a decent amount of gold, but I mean, not something we really need. So that's our first character pinned. Everyone is honestly pretty close to pinning. So you might as well push through to that point.
Cool.
Well, they got one of our wisdom points on our elf. That's unfortunate. That's our second character pinned. I'm gonna move towards the back. So only one character left to pin. We can mosey our way up. We cleared it this way, so we will go this way. So what do we think? Now that we're here, do we go down and see how we fare on actual 11? I think we might give it a try. We've got most of our resists going, at least.
Whoa.
I think we have a decent chance of doing okay.
Cool.
Let's kill a few things and not cap that out. What? It's in the corner. Okay. Oh, that's right. We do have to go through 8 again and actually get the statue of Jatak. So maybe we'll do that. We'll go snag that up. That's what happens when you do a bunch of warriors all in about the same level like we are. Is you gotta go off and grab that every now and then. Night dragons, huh? That's also on 8. So I mean, that is where we're going, I guess. That cements that for sure. But we can go down to get that. Oh, that's right. We didn't actually kill a slave master, did we? Okay. Let's go find that slave master. They're literally all over the place here, so. If we go far enough, we'll hit the lair, but we didn't have to. They want us to kill a Namina. Let's go find that real quick. Naminas are just kicking around on this floor, I believe, and I think we saw one in this corner. Yep, we did.
Cool.
Now, since I had to switch to another one, I had to switch to another character to give the spell tomes to our magic carrying character. We are going to actually just give them to the giant because she has to leave the party because our magic user carrier is evil. You can't actually have a character of both good and evil in the same party. The game just won't let you invite them. Okay, so we're gonna dip in here, just see if this maxes out that. Nope, we can get another one. But now our intelligence is max on this character. So, yep, that's that. We are going to actually switch our Oni out to a new guild. And re-equip them. So we can't actually wear this crest anymore. So it's gonna be stored away. Our sword can't be worn, but we're going to get a better dagger anyway. So I don't think we need this shield anymore, but we can't wear our current one either. Don't think we need this bronze mail anymore either. I think even the barbarian can wear a better one of those. But yeah, now we'll go shopping and see what we can't rustle up. So I think this opens us up to the Mythonite dagger, which is a 3-swing dagger with backstab, which is a pretty good early multi-guild option. So for armor, we're going to want most likely this badlery. For this, I think we can just wear this one. Yes, that's our shield. For hat, I don't believe we can actually wear steel for a little bit. 36. We're gonna go up to at least 52. That's my goal. I think I'm gonna aim for 52 for our explorer. Though if I feel really spicy, I'll go all the way up to 78. We'll see when I get there how I'm feeling. That's gonna want 31 to upgrade to. That's gonna be 36. I know that's the one we're gonna want. I think this one's 36, yep. So we are just going to roll with this for this character. So we need a decent chunk of initial EXP on this, because it's a penalty for leveling up a warrior for so long. So if you actually level up the way we did, just have a whole bunch of one guild over another, there's a big penalty you need to clear off for one time for your dungeon. So we're going to do that for a little bit, but that's fine. It just means it doesn't gain a level while we run around. It's not like it makes it harder for us, it just, you gotta burn it off. They're plenty strong anyway, they don't need a level for a little bit. But we need to go find that night dragon. So that's going to be that mission. And right now we're relying on the Bobbler for our movement spells, but very quickly we'll be able to cast magic light on everyone. Or maybe even already, but I haven't been. Yeah, 102 is our current cost. We might be able to barely squeak it by at 52, so maybe I will take it to 78. Well, that'll open up a whole new world for us. Now, this may be a bit of a shorter jaunt. It depends on how quickly we find the night dragon, because unfortunately, she is already halfway to being pinned. I absolutely should not have run in there without looking to see what was fighting me. But fortunately, it was just dwarves. We love dwarves. Now this is interesting. This is a shortcut down to the floors below if you're willing to take it. It takes you somewhere specific and kind of spicy. And I'll show you the other end of it when we get down there. From one of these runs. There's a reason why I don't use it as a shortcut. But it is definitely a fast way down. I do believe that they are just semi-rare monsters on this floor, but if I don't find them here, I will go to the floor above it. Now, this is a semi-boss. This is the Flame Dragon. He is actually a quest coming up for our warriors at level 100. So, if you need to find him, that is where to do it. However, he does actually do some pretty nasty fire damage sometimes. Depends on what he decides to do. In that case, he didn't actually use it much. I actually expected to get more hurt than we had gotten hurt. We're not having a lot of luck on this quest. I was rather hoping it wouldn't be a pain in the butt. Oof. Maybe hydras were changed to not turn you to stone. Maybe they were changed to do a bunch of ice damage, because that did a lot of ice damage to us. Now, hydras used to be super dangerous because they would come in groups of like 6 like that, and totally just turn everyone to stone. So I am really curious if they do or don't. But we got lucky if they do. That didn't happen to us.
Bye-bye.
That we did also need to get that statue of Jatak, so I mean we're not wasting our time in another regard as well. But I see it didn't fully reload all of these
Cool.
areas.
Cool.
Which is a little unfortunate. But we're doing fine. We'll search around up here, see if it shows up. I think it's a quest that I can actually duck out of if I need to, but I'm giving it a good college try first. So this is a different quest item area. This is where the thief's chest is located. Right here. We already have it stored, but just to show that of where it would be, that is where it would be. As you can see, sometimes a nearly full clear of multiple floors does not find you what you need. So if you're very unlucky, this can happen to you. I wonder why Shangooks are there. I mean, they're not especially dangerous. For as far as slimes go, they actually don't spit or destroy items. They have a chance of paralyzing you, and that is their thing. But that's more of a problem for single player parties, not multi-character parties. Not that they can't paralyze you, but you usually don't have everyone paralyzed at once, so you usually end up being okay. So we've cleared out nearly everywhere on this floor. So I guess I'm gonna come look out here on this area just for completion's sake. Oh yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I think our chances of finding it on this beach are pretty non-existent, but you know, can't say I didn't look. And the stuff this direction is the humans and whatnot, so I think it's safe to say we were not successful at finding that night dragon. Unless it's in one of these last few rooms. Let us continue looking on 7. Maybe we will get lucky. That was essentially a full clear of 8, though. We will stop when everyone but our giant is pinned. Which will not actually take very long at this rate.
Cool.
do it. Let's see if anyone has a thing of mysticism. That is not part of their main stack. We sure do. Cool. Well, we paid our fine. I guess if you don't want to pay the fine, you have an option, but then you lose levels, which is unfortunate. That was actually changed from the original. Now they want us to go kill a goblin guard. Oh boy. That should be pretty intense. We can sell our wyvern. I kind of want to just go kill the guard immediately and come back. So I think I'm gonna go do that. So I'm thinking about going down to 11 and seeing how we do there. I guess we don't have to be in such a hurry. We can't give people a few things. There we go. At least we're floating. I bet the game throws a night dragon in our face just to be mean too. Oh good, a potion of youth. Haven't seen one of those in a hot minute. Well, considering how much we cleared, we can just walk our way out of here. Which way do we want to do it? We're just about as close in both directions. Let's go to the library.
Cool.
So they're happy about us killing the goblins. That's exciting. Let us clear things out, and then we'll head back in for... heading for 11. Looks like we actually got enough to gain that level on that run anyway. That's absolutely wild. We burned off an 80,000 experience penalty looking for that night dragon. Wild. It's good to see some more of that free healing popping in. We can use these as we go deeper, I'm sure. We might need it in 11 when we go there. Things start casting on us a lot more down there. Oh, this is we got lucky. These are rare. These daggers of Shitak have so many bonuses on them, and they have both critical hit and backstab on them, and 3 swings, and they're as strong as the Mythonite daggers, but they're incredibly uncommon. So the fact that we found one is very nice. We will put this aside. Who are we going to give this to? Well, I guess it doesn't matter who we give it to. It's going to somebody. We'll decide when someone can actually wear it. I guess that'll be whoever needs it first. And it might even be something I cycle around because honestly, I don't plan on having every one of my classes switching off constantly, so to away from warrior, like I won't have more than one for a little bit, so probably I'll do everyone as warriors until a certain point. Until I feel like we're not getting beat up where we want to go. Okay, so who needs this potion of intelligence the most? Looks like the human could use it the most. We're going to pass this along to them too, so that when they go to use it, it will be ready for it will already be ready for them to restore their constitution. Good plan. Let's check our bounties real quick, see if anything pops out. Well, those are both pretty okay. So we'll keep them in mind. We're gonna go look to see how the tavern keeper's doing. We got anything good popping in here? Well, this right here was one of the quests we just saw from the bounty, so let's oh no, it was not the Tiwaza. Oh well. Not the worst crisis. We got duped, but we can get some of the money back. Okay. What are we looking at for EXP? Honestly, the one that needs the most is the dwarf, so they're gonna take points. I mean, Oni is probably the strongest, so they're just gonna sit in the back for a hot minute. So our dwarf is actually almost to the point of having that necklace of the amulet of health, and that'll make a huge difference to what we have going on. So we can get our resists popped on. Good stuff. We are going to head back down to the depths. Get our Oni in there. Well, that was unfortunate. That's also unfortunate. Alright, well, I guess we're getting it the hard way, huh? So we lost another point of wisdom, this time from our dwarf, which is actually pretty unusual. Their natural resist is 90%. Everything's giving us life drain, so we're just not gonna open those. We don't need to fight ghosts. If it was a room we had to go by or through, it would be a little different, but we didn't have to. Welcome to the overhang looking down into the graveyard. It's pretty dark down there, so we can't see it all, but it's full of undead and ghosts. But we're not going down there quite yet. We're gonna chill out up here and clear some of the upper cavern areas. There's not as many undead on this floor, but there's some. A lot more of these elemental type spellcasters, so we're gonna have to start getting used to healing up. That's why once I get to a certain point, we're gonna switch back and get more cleric going to make healing up a little easier, but I think we'll still do okay. Remember that room I said goes down somewhere fun? That's another floor of it right there, that big pit in the middle of that room. So, it keeps going down further than that. So, eventually I'll show you the end result of that pit. We might be able to find it on this floor and take a deeper look. Ah, vampire bats. I hate these guys. I may take a bail on this first adventure. We do not want to mess with those right now. That's 10 enemies that can drain you. We can potentially kill them. We have a lot of swings now, but also I don't think we're quite ready for it. We'll level up here instead. I'll deal with the ghosts. We already got drained once on this trip. Yeah, so I'd say that ghosts are definitely the danger of this floor for us, but in another way, the Gale demons are the real annoyance. Just because, like, we don't have a realistic way of killing them. These guys can get us if we're very unlucky, but we're probably gonna have a good chance of killing them before they can do anything. They have some potential to go first, though. They're pretty fast of monsters. But we are pretty stacked, so I'm not the most worried about it. See, they tried to go first there. They had a chance at it. The potential does exist for them to get a lucky first strike on us, and that would be fairly bad for our health. More Gale demons. There we go, some ghosts that aren't trying to kill us. Oh, get the fuck out of there. We do not need to fight 3 groups of those. That was a queen ant and all of her followers. We do not have nearly enough fire and acid resist enough for that adventure. I say we got lucky getting out of there when we did. I don't think we can actually hit this with some of our characters, so I don't really want to go in that room. There is an elvish king in that room, and they do a decent amount of damage, so I'm gonna let them live their best life for a little bit. We'll be back for them. Don't you worry, nothing in this place lives very long. We don't need to fight more ghosts than we have to, so as long as they're far away, they can be far away. The lighting is all sorts of weird places on this floor sometimes. So by far and large, we're doing okay on this floor. Some things can hurt us. Some things are a little dangerous for our stats. But we're pretty evenly matched on an overall sense. Want to deal with a rotator. Don't need to fight them.
Cool.
But there is a lot of systems on here, so if you don't think you can take them regularly, consider not. Especially not if you haven't found a way to get your resists pretty high.
Cool.
So we have actually reached the other side of the ways to get down to 11. So we can actually give it another try from the other side and hopefully get less dangerous nonsense. Do we want to fight these things? I don't think we need to fight them. Although I think they just paralyze us. Now we're good. How far away are these? Yeah. When you fight stuff like can breathe fire on you, make sure that you're pretty close to them. You will get a lot of damage if you do it any other way.
Cool.
This is about when insects actually start being able to put up a fight again. Never since the ants, right? I guess those fire ants can put up a fight though, but most of the other insects don't really do much to you. These ones start getting a little tanky, like those malincores, they're kind of tanky insects. That's 2 of our characters pinned. I guess we're deep enough that we should just let it all pin if we can and get away with it.
Cool. Cool.
I'm actually surprised that these guys decided to join you randomly are still in pretty good health. Give it to them, they're hanging in there. So the last one to the pin's gonna be the elf, huh? Makes sense. They have a much lower chance of hitting period. We are fighting a little deeper than they probably are comfortable with by a little bit. They're probably really struggling to do damage here.
Cool. Cool.
These are your first cold breathing dragons usually. They do a decent amount of damage. These guys are stronger fire type monster dragons. They're both layered in those specific spots. Ooh, this is an undead that we haven't fought yet. Fortunately, we did just fine. Stud squares, huh? So these are squares that are supposedly bringing up monsters from deeper floors. As you can see, deeper doesn't always mean stronger, but it can mean stronger. But the biggest thing is it means monsters that don't normally show up here, so it can bring in some stuff that you might not be ready for if you haven't been deeper. Which can be a problem or an opportunity. Because it can get you some stuff you wouldn't normally be able to find on a floor if you can overall handle that floor just fine. Okay, we made it to the point of being pinned and no one important got hurt. Let us escape from this nonsense. We did pretty good. Gave us a quest for a Dimian. That is on level 4, I believe. That should be fine. We got a new type of leather armor that we haven't found so far. Okay. Check out the bounties, see if anything was exciting. Yeah, we're probably not going to get a centaur. You can't charm them. This is just kind of a repeat of the other one, but we might get a second one of these. But yeah, I'm actually going to take a couple of moment break and then sort this out. And I haven't actually done that before, but I do have a lovely splash screen that I did make for this. Enjoy this for a short period of time. And I will be back very shortly. Okay, and I am returning back. And I can switch us back over. Fantastic. And we can clear up our inventory and look for those quest friends that we need to get. So we're gonna have to take a jaunt down to floor 4, it looks like. But yeah, this is not a especially like amazing armor. It's just much higher level than we had been able to wear and still are able to wear, but it is worth keeping in mind. Now these are good to keep around actually on someone because these can bring someone back to life if they're dead. So if you just pick a party member to carry these around with, it can actually be used in the dungeon to bring them back to life. They still get older. They still have the same penalties of dying, but it is a chance to do it without having to leave the dungeon. But now that we're going in deeper, that we're going to start seeing items we hadn't seen before on our run. So yeah, we don't need these Gorigis. They're not actually that good, but they did survive much longer than I expected. So 66 is the next use item for that. We already have the best of this. 66 for hats. Let's look at some of the interim stuff. So you are at 70. About cloak. What do we got for cloak? Black? Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get better than that for a bit. When was this bad, Larry? 66? 66. $52, that's promising. Yeah, we can trade that out. There we go, there was an upgrade. And actually, our hat could be upgraded, I just realized. We could be wearing something better. Yep, you could as well. They're not gonna get a real upgrade for a hot minute, but they are sitting pretty still. Okay, so you are good. Okay. The Oni is gonna sit in the back just because they are so far ahead. Dwarf can go up front. We'll get stacked up, we'll head down to 4, we'll go check out the mines, and then we'll clear our way deeper. Clear out a wing of this. See when we get what we need.
Cool.
Well, at least we got some more wisdom back from that potion of insight that we just found. We did lose a couple to drainers that last couple of runs. That's part of why it's good to go to a little bit early floors occasionally, just to get back anything you've lost. There it is. I thought they could hide the treasure chest on us.
Cool. Cool.
And this was how I had planned to get down here all along. It leads right to this little corner. That got us our sojourn to get our quest monster. And leaves us right near where the dwarves are.
Cool.
Looks like we're getting closer to being pinned pretty fast. I thought we'd have a little bit longer of a run, but not gonna be too upset by not having to wait. Sure,
Cool.
we can have some bears. Well, we're so close that I don't see a point in actually dipping that way. Let's go looking in other directions. Of course, it's life drain.
Cool. Bye-bye. Cool. Bye-bye.
We should be about pinned any second. Yep, only a few thousand to go. Oh, there goes our bears. So long, dungeon bears. You didn't do anything in battle anyway.
Cool.
So we've been assigned the level 31 quest for Explorer Guild. Oh, helps if I read it, didn't I? But I guess I did not. We'll be there again. They want us to get a pseudo dragon. So that is part of why we put a couple in the confinement whenever we got a quest for it, because they are part of the Explorer Guild quest lineup. You've been assigned the required level 32 quest for Paladin. Hail. Johann grabs your attention. We are in need of one of our holy warriors to retrieve a tome of detachment. Several guildmaster members have been afflicted by loathsome cursed items, and the council has asked that an honorable person such as yourself aid them in their need. Johann reached into his pocket and holds out a vial of liquid. Upon the return of this item, you will be given 1 potion of leadership. So yeah, it's just one of those items we've kind of been selling. It's nothing especially exciting. It's possible we're holding on to one. It's kind of unlikely. It's the sort of thing I wouldn't hold on to. So I'll just buy one. Back from where we sold it. It is this bad, Larry, right here. Alrighty, we're mostly cleared up, and we will head back in. That was a pretty quick and easy little jaunt. We are probably going to head back down to 10 and then wander around on 9 for this level up. No, actually, I'm gonna take a second and actually put the better equipment on. That is correct. Our dwarf actually gained a lot of new and better equipment to put on, so let us sort that out real quick. We can get rid of our old one of these. Did I put one in the bank? I think I did. I sure did. I guess while we're buying stuff for usage, we can also combine this up. So yeah, let's look to see what else we can get. Is there a better sword that was at this point? 96 for the mace. 96. Nope, that's a ways away. Unfortunate. But some of this stuff is better for sure. We can get rid of our shield. We can get the bladed one. That's an upgrade. We can get a better helmet. The gloves we can't yet. Are you 44? Nope, not that yet. How about you? 66? Perfect. You there too? Yep, you sure are. Let's stack up on this. Well, that's a good step up for us. Nothing there, nothing there. Actually, we do have something here. I gotta remember which something it is, but something is better at this level. I say maybe the hat. Yep. Yes, paladin. Let's get our better hat on. Okay, we'll try this again, now that we're better equipped. So that should reduce the healing we'll have to do for the bobbler. So each of those is going to make our footprint on needing a cleric go down a little bit. A little smoother than moving down into some of those ghosts. We're not going to pick a fight with those. I'm not going to fight him. I don't have a way of hurting him, for one thing. Let's stick our nose again. Let's see how this goes. If we find vampire bats, we're gonna bail.
Cool.
Where are you hiding? There you are. Actually, 4 of these are fine. We can kill 4.
Cool.
Last time we got unlucky and we saw some vampire bats and we didn't want to fight those.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
That was a lot of misses in a row. Are you vampire bats? Nope. Oh. Nice guys.
Cool.
I'll take some undead battles like that. We don't want to fight those guys. They did have a bounty, but it's not worth it. Not at this point. That's a lot of misses.
Cool.
Oof. Keeps throwing these vampire bats at us.
Cool. Cool.
Oh, we have to fight. So these are interesting. You have to actually take your weapons off to fight them. You cannot hurt them with weapons on. You have to fight them with your bare hands. They were the killer of many people over the years who didn't realize how to get that done. It seems like a bad room for you to be in, spellcaster. Anti-magic room, spellcaster is hilarious. You too. They do seem to love being in these anti-magic rooms, which is pretty funny in my opinion. Oh, that's cute. These are actually not bugs like the other ones. These are actually were creatures. They take the shape of bugs. But they are pretenders. They're lycanthropes. Oh, you're... Oh, right, you're studs. Okay, we'll get that mapped out. You can kill these ones. It's a smaller group.
Cool. Cool.
Look at that. Look at us dipping down into 12. We're being extra risky. I don't remember what's different about yellow. Maybe they spit acid at us? Maybe they breathe fire? It's one of those things. Well, they didn't do either one. They mostly just died. So, we're fine with that. Well, that's mapped out. Oh, nope. Bail, 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 bail. We're not fighting those. This is where the undead start becoming more serious. Do not go until you are actually ready. got another potion of intelligence. That's good news for us. We can move things around a little bit, but I think they're gonna quickly gain just a ton of experience. Was there? Yeah. Nope, we're not taking that. I don't believe that one's actually undead. I believe that that one is actually another lycanthrope. Trying to fake you out and thinking you're under attack by the undead. Well, fortunately vampire bats don't have very high attack. So ice mists aren't too dangerous. What they do is they breathe ice on you like these ice giants do. So if you're not too scared of that, they aren't a threat at all. Alright, we're mostly mapping this out. Cool. Yep, these are fire ants. We can just let them do their thing in the corner. Gale demon. Really? Can we just not? Guess we'll map out that corner another time.
Cool.
Yeah, these guys, he just totally gained 1,000,000 experience. You're going back in the back.
Cool.
This is another way down to 12, but I don't think we're ready for 12 at all. So, we're gonna just chill here on 11 for a bit. Those undead on 12 start getting serious. And we're probably not gonna go anywhere close to them until we can wear better cloaks and have better weaponry. That's a third way down to 12. This leads to the pit room where we were talking about, but there's actually a whole bunch of vampire bats in there, and I don't really want to go in there. I don't intentionally fight them. They're a pain in the ass. They can live in there and have their best life. This does go somewhere, and I don't remember where, but I remember it's not too bad, so I wonder if I should risk it. I'm curious, where do you... Oh, you go here. That's right, it goes up a floor. Okay. But yeah, that's a way out if you are doing a run and you wanted to go a floor higher. That can get you out of that corner. I think I see a floor room I can map, so I'm gonna come look at this corner. You guys can map this out. Wrong character. There we go. You did get pretty hurt, didn't you? It was those fire hounds at the end. So it's just you, huh? I guess that's good enough. Let's escape. So we're in the middle of that floor. We haven't cleared our way to the edges. That is sufficient. As you enter the office, you find Johann cleaning a silver cross. He looks up and smiles. Good to see you, my fellow brother of enlightenment. Thank you for the completion of this task. I knew I could count on you. He stands up and hands you a vial. And here is your reward to help you in your journey to becoming a better brother of light. We got our reward we don't need at all. The leadership potion. Yep, we gotta go get our pseudo dragon from confinement. Do I not have any more stored? That's unfortunate. Okay, well we do have some queued up in here, so we will get one. Let's see what people have in here. Someone just holding on to one in this character slot. Nope, so we are actually going to duck them out. We're going to get our cursed item holder. Who's our old friend, Sticky Fingers. I believe we do have one in here. Give that to them. We will do that. We'll get our other friend back. There we go. See if this will do the job. Was that what we needed? I guess I should have looked for what we needed. Who had a pseudo dragon for us? Tree ties of draining. Oh, okay. That's a different thing we need. Okay. So we are going to actually switch who's up front. We are going to get our magic one in. We're going to see if they have a tree ties of draining in their slots. We sure do. I guess while we are here, we can give over our magic tomes that we do not currently need. And they can sort that out as they go. Now let's take a look. Which things do we not need? We don't need any more of those. So those are all sets. Okay, so we'll just go and turn them in. Cool. Duck them out, bring back our friend. Maneuver things around. Okay. Let's get our pseudo dragon. That was a lot of shuffling around to get a pseudo dragon, but they are a little pain in the ass to get another way. So if you get a chance to get one this way, go for it. Okay, now let's clear out our inventory and then we can head back in for another round. Okay, so they're actually the only ones that need more potions of intelligence. That's good. Let's put that away before something happens to it. Can level up that. Can drop off these guys into this. Oh, I did it backwards. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And since we didn't even touch 9, we can do it the other way. We can go down there and head right up to 9 like I originally had theorized we were going to. But now that 11's on the menu, we don't have to spend nearly as much time on 8 and 9 unless we want to.
Cool.
Slavers, huh? All the way up here? That's wild. Oh, there it is.
Cool.
That's a bit unfortunate. Okay, let's get a couple of things back on them. Well, we can do most of this.
Cool.
Okay, bloodsuckers. These guys are nice. You would think these guys would be the ones that drain and not the vampire bats as much, but nope, those guys much worse. Vampire bats just absolutely awful.
Cool.
I can go a little bit further back in the lineup.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
It's weird that these snakes are the only ones I've seen so far that carry a treasure chest. Sometimes. Oh, more potions of youth. Good. We can start reducing some of those minor ages. Again. is a better solution deeper in, but we're a little bit away from getting there.
Cool. 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 Cool.
Can go a little higher, but it's gonna cap out quick. So we can go towards 8. Clear that way next.
Cool. Cool.
Oh yeah, look at that. Just totally nearly capped out.
Cool.
That makes 2 of us pinned. Cool. And now it is just the elf. Guess we will continue rolling until we get there. Here's our night dragon we couldn't find. Such an asshole. I knew it would throw it in our face sooner or later. We'll probably find a second one while we kick around here. Alright, and that capped us out on that. Let's make our way back. Awesome, we've made it back. Let's clear out and level up. They want us to kill a goblin, of course they do. We're gonna dip down and take care of that. This is a level to get a better set of gloves, so we're going to take care of that as well. While we're keeping stuff in mind for levels. let's go find ourselves that stupid goblin. We'll certainly get there pretty quick. Oh, whoopsie-doo. But all I'd cast on us anyway was the ability to float, so it's not a crisis. That sees us ready to get back, and we are going to clear out our inventory and wrap up the stream. In a couple hours, and we'll be back tomorrow most likely, so. Turn in our stuff. Anyone else? Nope. We can sort this out. Cool, and we can bring out our fitness potions and give that over there, dip back in. Nice. We will look at the tavern keeper to see if there's anything exciting sitting in here we haven't seen before. Does not seem like it. Check the bounties. We got a little bit of gold from one. We're not going to get a minotaur. We can sell these two to the confinements. Cool. And check our item usage levels. We're one level away from some upgrades for the paladin. Same here for this. I think 36 also would get us some new stuff for the explorer. Cool. So next time we'll make even more progress. Well, thank you anyone who's been watching this stream. I hope you have a lovely day. I will catch you again on our next stream. You take care.